Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Manor Park Classics. Jim and Tim here doing our walkabouts again, as we do. But this week we've got, what, 40 cars?
40 odd to talk about, Jim.
Yeah, so we're going to go through them as quick as we can because it's a week before the sale. And as we know, next Wednesday, is when Paul Callan comes and does his bit.
Yes.
So he'll do a little bit more deeper dive on the cars. But Tim and I, as ever, will give you just a little very brief overview on each car. So bear with us. We'll be as quick as we can. Starting with this.
Lovely. Yes, nice Ferrari.
Beautiful.
Obviously. So this is a 2009 Jim F430 F1.
Yep.
With the cream leather stitched in red there as well. That's lovely, isn't it? It looks in really great condition, is this?
And the sports seats on it as well, and it's got the red carpet. So this is pretty much, and red calipers.
Yeah.
This is pretty much as you'd want with a Ferrari F430.
Absolutely.
It's the right colour combination. Great gearbox, lot of fun, lovely service history. I think it's done about 29,000 miles, give or take.
Yeah, nice low mileage as well.
It is.
Somewhere between 75 and 85
Yes,
on that one, we reckon, Jim.
thereabouts.
There or thereabouts. That's super looking thing, isn't it?
Isn't it beautiful?
Right, we've got something fairly special here as well, haven't we?
Very special.
Now, most of these DB9s that we see are silver or black.
Yeah.
It's lovely and refreshing to see one in this beautiful metallic red.
I love the colour. It's
great, isn't it?
I think it's, as you say, it's so different and refreshing, but I love the colour. And then the interior carries on, two-tone red and black leather.
Yes.
It's just very, very nice.
Yeah. So it's a super looking car, isn't it? The alloys look very, very straight.
Yeah, there's little bits.
And there's little bits of the bodywork, isn't it? We just need a bit of attention.
It just needs a bit of attention. We'll have a look in there, Charlotte. Just see how nice that is in there with the two-tone leather. Again, quite a rare thing. But that is a very nice car. Now, the car has a bit of a story to tell.
Right.
Because the service history has been misplaced.
Okay.
On the car. Now, when this car came in, sometimes cars don't have a service history.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. The condition of this car will lead you to believe that it has got a service history and it has been cared for.
Yes.
It's just been misplaced.
Right.
We can never tell you it's going to be found because we can't.
Yeah.
But you've only got to look at it to know it's got a history.
It looks as though it's been loved, doesn't it? Given its condition.
And maybe with a bit of time and effort, and if you went through where it was sold from, the original dealer, so on and so forth, you could probably find its history.
Yeah. And I believe as well that the new owner's going to have to apply for a V5 as
well
on this one. Okay.
They are.
Fair enough.
Again, which has been lost with the history.
Okay.
But the winning.
Yes.
Now
the
estimate on this.
Yeah, go on then. What do we reckon on this one?
Well, what would you think? These things are doing, late teens, early 20s as a rule.
Yeah.
This one could probably be bought. Oh, no, that's not strictly true. This one will start, because I know what it'll probably be bought at.
Yeah.
This one will start at somewhere between £10,000 and £11,000.
Wow.
Now, that is crazy.
Oof.
Beyond crazy.
Yeah.
But
for such a super looking bit of kit.
Yeah. Where it starts and where it finishes are very different.
Well, let's see.
However,
let's see how it goes.
Let's see.
That's great, isn't it?
So for one British icon.
Yeah. So it really is something special, isn't it? This is a Bentley, Jim. It's a 4.25 litre Tourer.
Yes, the 4 1/4, they call them.
4 1/4. I was going all decimal then, wasn't I? 4.25.
You were, yeah. Shows our age, that, doesn't it?
I know. I'll be talking about penny farthings next. So this has Rovin coachwork, apparently. ROEVIN coachwork. 90,000 miles. Restored about 40 years ago, we reckon, looking at the file. And judging by the way that restoration has held up, that would not have been cheap. Because that presents beautifully, doesn't it?
Well, restoration aside, the body wouldn't have been cheap.
No.
I mean, that is, as I'm stood here now looking at it, it's just,
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's a 1936 one, so it's...
1936.
Yeah, so it's coming up to 90 years old. Somewhere between 65,000 and 75,000. I know what you're about to say there, 90 years old, how are you? Are you keeping well? No. I can read your mind. But this is lovely, isn't it? This is
unbelievable.
A lovely thing.
Just, it's not white, is it? It's more like a cream.
Yeah, it's more like a cream, isn't
with
it?
the oxblood leather and the beige carpet. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's just from a different era.
It is.
Yeah, we like that.
We like that a lot. Right, okay. And we also like this as well. So
we do.
Bit of Americana for you, Jim. It's the Notchback, I think they call
They call it the notchback, yes.
So it's a Mustang, and this one is a 302 cubic inch
Right, okay.
engine.
Well, that's good
in
enough,
it.
isn't it?
So it's a bit more poke than the
Yeah.
standard. I think the standards were 289.
289s, yes.
So this is a 302 auto in the white. Looks great. Have a poke your nose in there, Charlotte, and have a look in there if you can. The lovely red leatherette and red steering wheel.
And red carpets. It's nice, isn't it? And do you know what I
super.
like about it? Again, I seem to be talking to all our vendors recently. I was chatting to Dave, who's the vendor,
Yes.
and he was saying that mechanically, his dad had done so much work on it. Mechanically, it's lovely, and it's very nice under the bonnet, by the way.
Yeah.
But he's left the body original. So we use that wonderful word patina. And it has. It's got a few imperfections on it here and there. But you know what? If it was mine, I'd just leave it as it is.
Yeah.
Once
It's so
it runs
usable,
right,
isn't
which
it?
it does, I'd just leave it as it is and just enjoy it.
Yeah. So we think about £6,500 has been spent on this last 12 months or so.
Yes.
I, like you, would leave it exactly like it is and just
I would.
use it. This is the same age as me, Jim. This is a 1967, which
I misheard you. 57 this time?
67.
Was there such a thing?
67. I dare say it's wearing better than me.
Oh, I don't know. The patina's similar.
True. But I really like that one. Price-wise on that one, looking at somewhere between 11 and 13 on that one, Jim.
You see, that's what baffles me as well. This car, the way it looks, the way it sits, I think that is an absolute steal.
I guess the fact it's a notchback,
Well,
they're pegged slightly behind, aren't they, the fastbacks?
it's a personal thing,
But,
isn't
you
it?
know,
For me, I like this shape. It's a traditional saloon.
Yes.
So for me, I like it. But hey,
Yeah.
each to their own.
Each to their
And
own.
It's smaller.
Yeah.
Because when they
Yeah.
got bigger, they got too big.
They did.
So this is
Absolutely.
usable.
Absolutely. Right, okay
then.
then. Should we go through into the next hall, Jim, and
Yes.
let's have a look and see what's in here?
Right, Timothy, we got ourselves into the other hall.
We have, yes.
Look at this little beauty.
Super, isn't it? Tartan red, Jim.
Tartan
MGB. It's an early one. It's a 62, so it's very, very early.
Very early.
Got the pull handle as well,
That's the important thing.
which is important. And it's nice to see one actually with the chrome discs on the wheels rather than the wires. Just something a little bit different.
It's completely pure, isn't it? And that's,
It is.
as you
It
say,
is.
that's a nice thing. Great chrome, paintwork's nice.
Yeah. And
Nice number plate, and I believe that's the original number as well.
that's a great number, isn't it?
I believe that's the one that was registered originally.
Yeah, I like that.
I do.
Like that. That'd be worth some money, that actually, wouldn't it?
It would, but it'd be a shame to separate them.
you
wouldn't want to do that.
No, you wouldn't do that. So the car is actually showing 72,000. We'll have to have a look at the file just to stack that up. But
You never know.
I'm guessing it's had some kind of restoration over the years because it looks in great nick.
It does. But you know what? It's not 100% concourse, and that's
No.
good. Because if it was 100% concourse, it'd be £25,000.
Yeah.
It's usable,
It's
but
very usable.
extremely
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it.
Yeah. I like
good.
that. Yeah. 10 to 12,000 on that one, Jim. Which I
Yeah.
don't think. It would
I
cost
think
you
that's-
probably...
That's value.
That's funny because it costs you twice as much to restore something like that,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
And you'd have to buy the donor car as well.
Yeah.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Okay, super. And then we've got another stereotypical British classic, a little Mini. So this one's been tucked away for a number of years. It's what I think is a Mini Mayfair. Well,
Yes.
it certainly started life as a Mini Mayfair.
Yeah.
It's a 998 Auto. It needs a bit of recommissioning. It needs a bit of getting at. You've got a period sunroof there.
Yeah.
And I dare say, with it being a Mini as well, there'll be bits and bobs to sort out on the bodywork.
They will, but it's a project, isn't it?
It's a bit of a project.
It's a project.
But as a consequence of that, Jim, it's going to be a no reserve. And we'll just see how it goes on the day.
Yeah.
But if somebody wants a little project to work on over the summer and into the winter, that's an ideal candidate because Mini parts are cheap
Yes.
and they're reasonably easy to work on when you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it. So it's an ideal starter classic as well.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's nice, that.
If you want over here, Jim, so what we have here, obviously Vauxhall Viva.
Yes.
Rare one, two-door coupe.
Very rare.
The name Forenza crops up in my brain rightly or wrongly.
Well, the Forenza was the bigger engine, more sporty version, which there's probably more Forenzas around than there are
Yes.
Viva coupes.
Yes.
So again, that makes this exceedingly rare, I would suggest.
Yeah, it's in super condition by the looks of it.
Well, I'm just looking at the inside of it. It's just how good is that wall?
Very, yeah.
I'm sure that at some point in its life it has been, tickled along with a restoration, but it looks exceptionally
yes.
nice.
So this is a mid-70s on a P-Reg, Jim.
So 76, 75.
Yeah. Looks very original to me. It's and looks in good nick as well.
It is.
That's a rare old thing, that.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of fettle here and there, but
Yeah.
so do I. So it's yeah.
And as a consequence of its rarity, I think we're looking at somewhere £5,000-6,000 for that one.
See, that surprises me. I thought that would be more than that.
You won't see another one, would you? If
No.
you took that to a show, that's a rare bit of kit, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did have one, a couple of years ago.
Right,
That
okay.
was also white, but
Right, yeah.
equally as rare.
Yeah, like that.
I do.
Now, I also like this as well. So, believe it or not, I used to own this car.
Did you?
I did. The reason why I bought it was because it was just so straight and so original and unspoiled. Plus the fact it's a 950L. So you might see XR2, Mark 1
There's less
Fiestas.
of these.
There's less of these because they just rotted away.
Yeah.
Or
Or they were made into XR2s.
Or made into XR2, or they just weren't saved.
Yeah.
This one is a little corker of a car, and I put my hand on my heart and say that because I know it very, very well. Since I owned it, the owner has actually spent between £1,000 and £1,500 on the interior alone.
I can tell. It's beautiful in there, isn't it?
Yeah, so the cloth seats were a little bit tired when I had the car. He's gone the full hog and actually managed to source some houndstooth material, which is very similar to the Ford material of the day, and had the front and rear seats replumped and redone, as it were. Is that a word?
Replumped?
Replumped.
I like that
Well,
word.
there you go. I've just invented a word. So they've been replumped. Under 50,000 miles, comes with 12 months MOT. Find another one. I mean, you'll remember, in the day, these were everywhere, weren't they? They were everywhere.
But Dad used to tell me. Actually, I took my driving lessons in one of these.
Did you?
I did.
Oh.
I passed in a Rover P6.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which
That's
in
posh.
Almonds, which we have outside. So this is a bit of an emotional journey in time. So
Absolutely.
I had lessons with a driving school in one of these.
In one of these.
And then it got too expensive for my mum and dad to pay for. And then my dad carried on. And I passed in his Rover.
Oh,
So there you
blimey.
go.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It used to be £4.50 an hour.
What was? Driving lessons.
Driving lessons.
Oh, right. £4. That's cheap.
£4.50 an hour.
That's cheap. Did
Yeah.
you pass first time?
Second.
Second time.
And do you know what? Which is bizarre. Having just got a speeding ticket, I failed the first one for going too slow.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. There you go.
That's not a problem anymore, is
Not
it?
anymore, no. Don't have that problem anymore, regrettably.
Yeah. So, if I'm honest, there are a few little areas of paintwork. If you want to make it perfect, you could. But I just used it as it is because that's the charm of it. It's 40 odd years old now, so guide is somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000. I should do that all day, I reckon, because of what it is and how rare it is.
Yeah, and you wouldn't change a thing, would you?
I don't
you
think so.
You
I
just enjoy it and just
I just
drive
use
it.
it and enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Okay then.
I think there's a few more over the other side.
Should we go?
Yeah, let's go over the other side.
Let's go in there.
Now then, Timothy.
Yes.
This car, I remember, was in our Platinum sale.
It was.
And it didn't quite make reserve,
Not
did
quite.
it?
We nearly got there, didn't we?
Nearly. But the vendor has decided to put it back in,
Yep.
which is wonderful because it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
It is. It's a beautiful car. Well, a slightly lower reserve.
Yep.
So now it makes it more attractive.
Yep. It's a chance for somebody to grab what I think is one of the nicest 911s that I've seen in a while. 101,000 miles. Loads of stamps in the book. It's in great condition. You've got the black leather piped in white. It had, on the face of it, an engine rebuild in 85,000 miles. So not that long ago. 5-seat gearbox. It's the 3.26 cylinder that you want. It's the last of the line of the G series, isn't it?
It is, but it's what people will call a real Porsche.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
So with the whale tail,
Yeah.
the Fuchs alloys, which are color coded to match the car in white and silver. It's just a great looking car.
It is a great looking car, and the bodywork is in immaculate condition. One or two tiny little things, if I'm being honest, but that is a super looking car. And if we can get that away for somewhere in the region of 43, 44, 45, something like that, I think somebody will get themselves a cracking car.
And do you know what? For me, I think if you kept that car 2 or 3 years in that condition, it's going to be 55, 56, 57 as time goes on.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't
I
you?
think it will, because there's less and less of them, and there aren't many as pretty as that.
Talk about pretty.
Thanks very much.
Hey, should we go and have a look at this?
So, do you know what? I was momentarily distracted then by this BSA. I know we're not talking about bikes, but isn't that beautiful? Sorry, I'm digressing.
Let's go and have a look at this E-Type over here, Jim.
Come on then.
Because this one didn't sell either in the Platinum, but again, we got pretty close with it, didn't we?
We did. It's a very special E-Type, this one.
Yes.
It's had a complete and utter nut and bolt.
Right.
And
it's a stunner, isn't it?
It's absolutely, again, it's a little bit like we were saying before with the Sunbeam Lotus. It's like brand new, isn't it?
It is. It is. And I love the colour.
Primrose yellow.
Primrose yellow. I just think it suits the lines. Great. The wires, the wooden rim steering wheel, the leather upholstery inside. I hate to think how much money's been spent on that car.
Well, I know. It's 160,000, 170,000 pounds gone into it, plus the purchase price of the car.
Right.
So, and like you, I love the colour because it takes me back to my youth when I used to live opposite a guy who was in a very, very famous band back in the day, and his nephew was my friend from school, and he came to the school like a 70s rock star used to, in a primrose yellow E-Type.
Wow.
And
who was that then?
Guy called Billy Hatton, who was in a group called The Foremost.
Oh, right, okay.
And they were very famous, but the Beatles just pipped them.
Curses.
But he didn't do too bad because he drove around.
He drove one of those here, so he did all right then.
Yeah.
That's a super. What's going to buy that, Jim?
Well, it's going to be, I mean, it should be 120, 130. It's not. It's going to be somewhere between 80 and 90, I would guess.
80 and 90. Right.
So it's very, very nice.
Okie doke. Should we go outside and have a look?
Let's go outside.
Yeah, have a look at what's out here.
Here's a rare thing, Timothy.
Uh-huh.
Land Rover Defender.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at the number plate.
Right.
16. So that means it's a 2016. You don't see many Defenders because it finished them.
Yep.
So this is one of the very last ones.
Okay.
It's a double cab with the pickup on, so it's a great vehicle with a great usage.
Yes. Yeah.
Great colour, because that was one of the last colours they did in that grey.
Yes.
And it's just everything it should be.
Yep. There you are, Charlotte. Have a look in there. Apparently this one's had a new engine, Jim, so it's got the 2.2 Puma engine.
Good. Best engine.
83,000 miles showing, got MOT through to November 25. And overall, it's in pretty nice condition, isn't it?
It's okay. It's got a mark or two.
One or two.
You know what?
Yeah, but it's 10 years old, isn't it? So.
Of course it is. But this could be anything you want it to be.
Yeah.
You could take it to work, or you could make it a real cool,
Yes.
Land Rover, as people do.
Yeah.
And you see these things that have been gone through the twisted or the overfeed system.
Right. Yeah.
And they're 70, 80, 90,000 pounds.
And there's plenty of space there, Jim, for all your hair products.
Oh my. Yeah, yours can go in the glove box.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
That was very kind.
There you are. That's my middle name, Jim.
Yes.
Let's go over here because we've got loads of entries over here, but there's also a couple of cars I just want to show you for the next sale in July, which are super special.
They are, aren't they?
But let's have a look at this little russet brown Mini here. So this one's
just come in, hasn't it?
This has just arrived.
Yeah.
So this is a little Mini Clubman, late 70s, S-Reg, 1100 manual, russet brown. This hasn't turned a wheel in anger for 30 years.
Really?
It's been tucked away for 30 years. So it's been sold as a little project, but you know what? I think somebody will have this started over a weekend. No problem at all.
If you would have told me this drove up this afternoon, I'd have believed you.
Well, you'd expect it to, wouldn't you? But yeah, 200 from new, apparently. It's on 27,000 miles. The reason why it's still here is because of this, Charlotte. So have a look here. Ta-da! So it was Zybarted from you, and that saved it. So much so that I think it's still got its original sills and floors.
Really?
So it's a real survivor car. And it's just nice to see one completely unspoilt. Russet brown, so period. The little 10-inch wheels as well. And that's a great starter classic for somebody.
And you're telling me it's 30 years, not moved, but it's sitting right.
Yeah,
it's not sunk.
No.
The door fits. It's not dropped.
No.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just who knows if that mileage is correct, but it looks correct based on the condition of the car.
How much is that going to be?
Well, I reckon that should go for between 4 and 5. I reckon that should be that should do that all day long by rights. Because find another. Clubbies are so rare.
They are
so rare.
And look at it.
And most of them have either disappeared or they've been turned into 1275 GT lookalikes.
So a standard
1100 is a great find.
in a very, so was it 90? Well, 78.
78.
So
78,
very period colour.
Very russet brown.
Yeah.
I love it. I love a russet brown car. Now these two here. Now you might look at these and you think, okay, well we've got a bit of scrap metal there, but oh no.
Oh God.
Oh
no.
no. So these have come to us from a deceased estate.
Yep.
So quite unfortunate circumstances, but these are two very, very special cars. The first one here, guys, is a mid-30s Mercedes 380 compressor.
Wow.
And the key to this is that thing at the front there, which is the supercharger.
Yeah.
So you get lots of...
Very, very, very reminiscent of the Bentley blowers.
Absolutely.
So this was kind of
Germany's
version of that, wasn't it?
You get lots of modern day Mercs with superchargers. I certainly used to.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes a difference on it. It's a two-door cabriolet. Okay, it needs restoration.
Well,
but
yes,
what
it does.
a car.
But I've seen these for sale for 200, 250.
And the rest, Jim.
Yeah.
And the rest, absolutely. It's a great find. We've got the V5 for it, and the registration is still live on the database. We've got history. We think it's a 1933.
Yeah.
And it was certainly sold in Germany initially, as you'd expect. It's left-hand drive. It hasn't run for years and years and years. It's been stood for years, but the owner, who unfortunately died, he bought it in the early 60s. And he was well known in Manchester. People used to go out and see him in his Mercedes, and also his car next door as well.
Yes,
so that is actually being sold at no reserve.
That's no reserve.
No reserve.
Right.
And this one is no reserve as well. So you might recognise this.
Well, from the front
here.
ends, yes. It's a Cord, isn't it?
It's a Cord, but it's a two-door drop head coupe.
Wow.
So you've got the 8-cylinder engine underneath there, which is still intact. There are bits and bobs missing, unfortunately.
Yes.
But
as with the Mercedes, no doubt.
As with the Mercedes, but we think what's happened with the Cord, this is an 812 apparently, Jim.
Yeah.
We think what's happened is that the chrome was sent off to a chromers, and as time's gone by, it's just all disappeared, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I think the bones of the car are good. The key with this one is right-hand drive.
I was just thinking the very same thing, because it was very Americano, wasn't it? But right-hand drive is very, very, very rare. So it was made, well, you couldn't convert one, could you? So it must have been made right-hand drive.
Made under licence, we think, of which we think there were only 5 made that were right-hand drive.
So this, again, equally as rare as the Mercedes.
Absolutely.
And again, both in July sale.
Yeah, both in July sale, both no reserve, pop-up lights.
Oh, yes,
Mid-1930s pop-up lights. Yeah. Amazing. Technology.
And all these youngsters think they designed it, don't they? No idea.
Absolutely.
No idea.
Let's go back to the May sale then, Jim, because we've got this lovely Jag in.
That's nice, isn't it?
Our viewers might have seen a very similar one that we've covered before. This one's in a slightly different colourway.
Yep.
Frost blue, apparently, with that magnolia hide.
Nice.
Looks very straight, very honest. It's just a super looking car.
It is, isn't it? And it's got the two-tone hide on the inside with grey, which are the carpets, all the bits that get mucky are dark grey. Which is quite clever thinking, really.
I think so. So 68,000 miles on this one, Jim.
Nice.
It's got the 20-inch centre alloys.
Nice.
Fresh MOT. We're thinking around 11, 12, 13 for that one, something like that.
It's again very fresh, it doesn't look old, does it?
It doesn't. We've got a Stag here, Jim.
Yeah.
So this Stag comes from the same deceased estate as the Mercedes and the Cord.
Okay.
This hasn't run for about 5 years, unlike those two over there. This is 5 years. It's been sat on a drive under a cover.
Yeah.
The important thing is it's still got the original Triumph engine.
Yeah.
So a lot of these got converted to the Rover 3.5 litre V8.
They did.
This is the Triumph V8.
And what's the gearbox?
It's a manual.
There you go.
Which is great.
It is.
Just under 100,000 miles on that one.
Which is probably genuine, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. We've got a bit of history with it. Got the V5 with it as well.
It's got the right wheels.
Yep.
It's got everything about it is factory correct, isn't it?
So I think someone stands a fighting chance with that one in terms of getting it back on the road, because I don't think it's too bad.
No.
notwithstanding the fact it has been stored. No reserve on that one, Jim. And then we've got a really rare bit of kit here.
Yeah, haven't we just?
So this is a Sunbeam Rapier, I believe.
That's right. Or some people used to call them scepters.
Yes. Oh, beg your pardon. It's something Alpine.
Alpine.
It's an Alpine. Sorry.
There you go. Alpine.
So I think the names got changed around a little bit.
They did.
Yeah, Sunbeam Alpine. 2-door coupe. Great styling, isn't it? Love it.
I do. And it's sat on a set of, I mean, if I'm going period, Cobra slots maybe?
Could well
Which
be.
is very much of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. Wolf race.
Wolf race,
Wolf
there you
race
go.
alloys. But yeah, you're not a million miles away, actually. That's a good shout, that, Jim.
Yeah, now look in there as well. I mean, look at that wood trim. It's got the sports vinyl seating.
Yeah.
Look at that. You've got your 3-spoke steering wheel. And to carry on the sportiness, look at the gear stick angle.
Yeah.
It's just the driving position is all about driving this car quickly. And quickly for this is probably 40 miles an hour.
Well, in the day, these were quite something, weren't they?
It was. Did the Holby engine in these?
Did the Holby on
this
on
isn't,
these? No,
but they did do Holby engines.
Yeah. So this one is 1974. We're guiding it at roughly £5,000. There's a reason why it's not a £7,000 or £8,000 car, and that's because the brakes are binding.
Okay.
And the brakes do need looking at, but cosmetically, it really sort of rings the bell, doesn't it?
It does
as it
ring
were.
the bell. What does that mean?
We'll talk about that later on, Jim.
Oh, okay.
I've learned something today about that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
so the colour is actually copper leaf, so it's a Rover colour, and I think it suits the lines really well.
I think it looks great. And do you know what's nice about it as well? It hasn't got the vinyl roof.
Yeah.
Used to see a lot of these with the vinyl roof.
Yeah.
That hasn't. I think that adds to its.
It does.
Yeah.
You're
I know
right.
we're going off piece there, but isn't that Mercedes beautiful?
Would that be yours?
It might be.
Oh, right. Okay, then. Should we have a talk about this instead?
Yeah. Do we have to?
Well, I rather like this.
So do I.
So this
I
is
love
a
the
little Fiat Barchetta, obviously with orange, black leather, with trimmed in orange as well.
That's nice.
It's an early one because it hasn't got the high level brake light. It was imported. It's a 1997, but it was imported in the early 2000s. It's on 145,000 kilometres, and it sounds brilliant because it's got a sports exhaust on it as well.
And is this how they left the factory?
Yeah, I think so, Jim. Near enough.
Because
yeah,
that interior
well appointed.
is fabulous.
Yeah,
isn't it?
well appointed.
The seats, the piping, the dashboard.
Yeah. So there's one or two little issues with the paint. So we've got a little bit of lack of peel in various panels.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's a really nice looking little sporty number, that one, for somebody.
I do, and the hood looks quite good as well.
Hood
It's
looks
a clear
okay,
rear screen, good hood.
Yeah. It's got
nice,
12
isn't it?
months ticket on that as well. And it's going to be no reserve as well, Jim.
Really?
Yeah, we're doing
So
that
that
one
is
at
a
no reserve.
very, very nice piece of Italian chic for very little money.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, by rights, it should do £4 or £5 grand all day long, but we'll have to see on the day, won't we?
Does the plate come with it too?
Plate comes with it. So if your name's Polly,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking.
or Polly would be, or plyboard. One of the Moving on.
Where are we
Right,
going next?
let's go and have a look. That midget there.
That midget, yeah.
So-
the cars are everywhere because the
They
guys are doing
they
the tracking.
It's
So
a bit mad today.
yeah, you'll have to bear with
So
us
Mark's
because
just
we're chasing
washing
cars.
the midget. So on the face of it, fairly standard, late 70s, early 80s, MG midget in black. Well, yes and no, because we reckon this is one of the last 500 midgets produced.
Ah, and it's got the hard top.
And it's got the hard top as well. So it is something a little bit special than the norm.
It's quite pretty. I know it's mucky and Mark's cleaning it, but it's quite in one piece, isn't it?
It is. So we reckon this is number 117 of the last 500.
Right, okay.
So it makes it quite collectible in my mind. Yes, it needs a bit of getting at.
Well, there won't be many left, will there?
No, absolutely. I remember it's done about 90 or 1,000, I think. It just needs a little bit of gentle coaxing back into life, I think. Much like me on a Sunday morning.
Yes. So I've heard.
Yeah, so no reserve on that one, Jim.
Yeah. And it's called Sooty as well.
It's called Sooty as well, absolutely. I remember Sooty and Sweep from the 70s.
I do remember Sooty and Sweep.
I love Sweep. Sweep was brilliant.
I've actually got some Sooty and Sweep puppets I'm trying to sell.
Oh, right.
I just want to get them off my hands.
Hey! Don't call us.
Yeah,
right.
I'm here all week, people.
He is here, unfortunately. Right, next one. Porsche Boxster. So this is the daddy rear. This is a 3.2S.
It's an S.
I've driven this. It goes like stink.
Yeah.
It goes really well.
I hope he kept under the speed limit.
Of course it did. Of course it did. Of course it did. And 50-odd thousand miles on this. 2001, so a nice low mileage. We have got a hardtop with it as well.
Really?
Which is a nice bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. Alloys have just been refreshed as well, and it will come with the original alloys as well.
Okay.
As part of it. I think it was one of my teeth then. I'm not sure what happened then. Original alloys, no reserve.
No reserve.
50-odd thousand miles, got a bit of history with it. Just a nice car, isn't it?
Yeah, and do you know what I like about it? Okay, a lot of Porsche boxes in that colour blue, but the interior, usually they're black or grey.
Yeah,
that's a nice interior. Is it
is.
caramel? Is it cotton? I don't know what you call it.
Yeah,
it's a bit lovely. And a blue hood. So it all kind of ties in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So that's nice, that one.
That's nice.
Let's have a look at the little muggy Manor.
Yeah.
So another one from our deceased estate.
Yeah.
So there were 8 cars in total came from the deceased estate.
Wow.
So 4 are coming through us and 4 going through our online sale as well. So if everybody's interested in the project, have a look at the online offering as well.
Yeah, have a chat with Sam and she'll tell you all about it.
This Morris Minor is going through our sale on the 24th. It's a pickup, so it's a rare thing. It's 1960.
Yeah.
It's been stood. Of course it's been
stood. It's a restoration, isn't it?
It's a restoration project, but it's all there.
Yeah.
And whilst cosmetically it does look a bit challenging and a bit challenged, I think it's savable. Just about.
Well, it's all there, isn't it?
Yeah. Now Sheila was telling me, who is the wife of the deceased chap, that there was a local garage mechanic used to come round and start it every month or so, up until a couple of years ago. So that bodes well for actually getting this back on the road.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I like the way that door's shut.
Yeah.
There was no having to lift it.
I think it's okay.
I
think it's okay. And I think somebody, actually, what would you do with it? Maybe keep it shabby chic. Maybe just make sure that it was solid, mechanically good, and then
do
just
the
keep
interior.
the looks. Yeah,
get the interior nice, leave it shabby chic.
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
a bit of a thing these days.
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
And I quite like that. It's got some bits in the back here as well, hasn't it?
It's got some bits in the back. Yeah, we've got a spare door and some other bits and bobs there as well.
Nice.
79,000 miles, which I think is right, looking at the previous MOT history.
Yeah.
We've actually got MOTs back to the 70s with this.
Wow.
And there's a receipt in the file from 1974 when this was sold for £145. Which is amazing, really.
A lot of money back then.
A lot of money. The reg plate's really nice as well.
It is. That come with it?
That comes with it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another no reserve of that one, Jim.
Yeah.
So I think a great little project there for somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Let's go over here.
Let's go over here. So we've got an Audi.
We are zigzagging today, by the way, because the cars are all over the place.
Yeah. So an Audi S2,
it's no ordinary Audi. It's an Audi coupe. And you think, great. This is an Audi S2 Quattro four-wheel drive. Obviously, Quattro means four-wheel drive, but turbo. So this is a very special Audi.
Yeah.
Beautiful in bright red with the anthracite trim and the factory sunroof. Original Audi radio. The only thing I think's been changed on it, and it's an easy thing, and it happens all the time, is the wheels. Okay. I suspect they're from a newer car.
Yes.
But nevertheless, they work.
They suit, don't they?
They do suit. I like it.
Yeah.
I've got a thing about red, you may notice. I'm quite a fan of red.
You are?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have noticed that.
Yeah. So I do like that.
But, do you, Jim?
Yeah,
what a surprise.
Surprised, don't you? But the rarity of it.
Yeah.
You know, let alone everything about it. It's such a rare car.
It's lovely inside, isn't it? That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, because these came out in, they were launched in 1990 and the first ones hit the road 91. This is a 91.
Oh, it's an early
So this is one of the very first cars.
Yeah, that's a good sign as well, isn't it?
It's a great sign. Yeah, there's paperwork for that.
The club membership,
They didn't sell particularly well back in the day for the simple reason that BMW were doing things with M3s and such likes and all this, that and the other. You know, Mercedes were doing the Cosworths. There's all types of things going on. So the Audi wasn't where it is today.
No.
But this car was one of the cars that launched Audi into where they are today.
Yes.
That said, that means there's less of these than there will be the relevant BMWs and Mercedes or whatever else there was in the day. Golf GTIs and such like.
Certainly see less of these.
Very rare car.
Price-wise, Jim, where do we need to be?
Price-wise is going to be somewhere between £12,000 and £14,000.
12, 14. Yeah, I thought you were going to say more, actually.
Well, it should do, because I've seen them for mid-20s.
Yeah.
And maybe not as nice as this. I mean, the paintwork's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it's come from a chap who's got an Audi collection.
Yes.
He likes his Audis, as you can tell.
I moved this before, actually. It sounded great.
Oh, they do? They do. It's
150,000 miles showing, which
but probably is genuine,
yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
History's beautiful on it. This is something, if you need to come see this car, if you've got any idea about one of these, come and have a look at it, because this is special.
Okie doke. Right, something a bit different here. So we've got this little Citroen BX.
Yep.
Now, from what I understand, the values of these are definitely on the up, aren't they?
Well, we've done very well with them.
We have.
We've had a few, haven't we?
We have had a few, yeah.
I think it's a TGS, which is a high-spec one.
High spec. This is a petrol, so it's a 1.6 petrol, Jim.
Yep.
60-odd thousand miles.
Looks great in white.
There's a ticket on it as well, which is good.
Yeah.
We're just going through the history of it, just to see what history is there. But that is an unusual little bit of kit.
It is. I mean, factory sunroof. I mean, just come look at the interior on this one, Charlotte. It's just, they were way ahead of their time.
Yeah, they were.
When they were launched. And they probably didn't get the best reaction from the market when they were launched, because nothing else looked like it.
Yeah.
But Citroen are renowned for the design.
Yes.
And this is a Citroen.
Yeah, yeah.
But look at that inside. How well worn is that?
And of course, this will be super comfy as well, won't it?
Oh,
going all over our potholes.
Yeah, it just glides.
Yeah. No reserve on that one, Jim.
Really?
Yeah. So potential bargain there for somebody.
I'll say.
Let's have a look at this Rover.
Well,
So
you see, this is again now. I learned to drive in a Fiesta, and I passed in one of them.
Well,
in
I
that
can
colour.
just see you in that, actually.
Yeah.
That's rather grand, isn't it? So we were having a debate. So you say this one's almond, do you?
Almond.
Almond.
And
Okay.
I know people might think the only reason I know it's almond is, and this is how your mind works, and I could be wrong, but it's in my head.
Yes.
I actually damaged my dad's car.
Oh dear.
It's this colour.
Right.
Yeah, I passed my test, and
Right.
I was out one evening, and as one does, and I damaged the front wing.
Ah.
So I had to go and get paint. And I remember
Right.
going to a place in Liverpool on the Dock Road that supplied tins of car paint. And they were roughly the same colour. And I remember, I'm sure it said almond on the tin.
Well, there you go.
So there you go. That's why I think it's almond.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Because it's obviously a TC. It's showing 2000 TC on the back, but it's got 2200 steering wheel. So we'll have to check that.
Have to
and
check
just
that,
see,
yeah.
what's going on there. We've got it down as a 2000 TC.
Well, that's probably come off the paperwork we've got. Then.
Yeah.
That just might be an upgraded wheel.
Might well be.
Yeah.
Might well be. So this is a 1972. It's got a fresh MOT on it, which is great.
Has it?
So notwithstanding the fact it will be historic, got a fresh MOT. It runs and starts and drives. Got some invoices for work done over the years as well.
And it's manual.
And it's manual as well.
Yeah.
And that, it just needs a little bit of fettling, cosmetically.
Yeah, it does
but
a bit.
other than that, again, you know, that won't be huge amounts of money, I wouldn't think. Probably circa 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, the badge says 2000 TC,
It does,
so I
doesn't
think
it?
we need to go with that. But
So we'll have a look at that.
have a look at that.
Okay then, so on to the next then, Jim. So, XJRS.
Now then, special.
Yes.
They only made a very, very limited numbers between 88 and 89.
Yeah.
And they were made to commemorate, big word for me that, to commemorate the success that Jaguar had at Le Mans.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know all about these from a previous life. What happened was Jaguar gave a lot of them to the drivers of the race team, to the mechanics, to the team manager. So a lot of them went within the team, if you wish.
Yes.
And then they sold off some of the others. This is one of them. So they were made in conjunction with TWR,
Right.
which
okay.
was Tom Walkinshaw
Okay.
Racing,
Yeah.
which was a
Yeah.
big thing back in the day, who produced the racing Jaguars. So it has the body kit,
Yes.
the way it's made. This hasn't been added. This is how this car was built.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It was a separate company. It was a 50-50 split between Jaguar Sport and Tom Walkinshaw Racing.
Right.
And this is one of them. Very, very rare car.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in great nick, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's
super, isn't it? I like the matte black surrounds around the.
well, that was the
lights
sport
as
thing.
well.
The wheels, the kit, dechromed, other than around the windscreen, 'cause that's a Jaguar thing.
Yeah.
But it were just special cars. And I can't remember how many were made. It might be something like 500 total,
Yes.
and some of them were
Yes.
6 litre.
Yeah.
They made them some of the 6 litre style. This is a 5.3,
Okay.
but it's so rare.
Which still gives you plenty of grunt, doesn't it?
What are you going to do with a 6
I
litre?
know. I know.
That's quick enough. A 4 litre is quick enough
Yeah.
for one of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is a very, very special car. It needs a little bit of love here and there. Like the wheels could probably benefit from a
Because they're the proper alloys, aren't they?
Well,
for
it's got
this?
sport emblems on the wheels.
Yeah.
That, again, I can't emphasise enough. This hasn't been something that somebody's done on a Sunday afternoon in the garage. This left the factory like this.
Okay, so key question then, Jim. What's going to buy it?
Well, here's the thing. I spoke to the vendor yesterday and I said, where do you want to be? He said, well, what are they selling for? So I looked on our little box that tells us everything.
Yep.
And 18, 19, 20, some for 25,000 and have sold for that figure.
Okay.
So we talked about that and he said, no, I'm going to make it tempting. I want it to be between 10 and 12.
Right, okay.
I nearly fell off my chair as well. I said, are you sure?
I can feel a Gregory purchase coming on.
Possibly.
But it's not red.
I can paint it. So I said to him, are you sure? And he said, yes, let's have a come and get me price on it and see what happens.
And there you go.
Which is great, but what it does mean, it could sell for 10, 12, 13,000 pounds. And if it does, somebody has stolen it.
Absolutely. That's a beauty.
We'll see what happens next a week Saturday.
Like that. Okay, right then, Charlotte. On to something completely different. So we have here obviously a beach buggy, but not any other beach buggy. This is a GP Super Buggy, which means you get the side pods here.
Yeah, it's slightly bigger than most others, isn't it?
Slightly bigger, slightly wider, bit more practical.
Yeah.
1600 engine in it, so it's got a bit of poke as well. It sounds great.
Yeah.
And I really like this. I can see myself down at Abersock on this one.
I thought you were going to say Asda then.
Well, Asda as well, actually, but no. Let's stick with Abersock.
It's the Asda.
The Asda, it is the Asda, yeah, and the Lidl.
And
So from what I know and what I've seen, it seems to go really well, this thing. It's very quick. Factory built as well, we reckon, by the family who developed the body shells.
Well, I mean, it's just better built, doesn't it?
So I think so, yeah. And it's actually registered on the V5 as a Superbug.
That's important.
Which is really important.
Yeah.
So price-wise on that, I think we're just talking to the vendor about that one, unless you know.
I don't, but it's not going to be as expensive as you may think.
No.
I think somewhere £5,000 or £6,000 may buy this.
I think keep an eye on the website on that one when we've agreed.
But it looks very, very fetching in the yellow, doesn't it?
It looks great.
Yeah,
great
like
summer car. Great summer bit of fun, that one.
Yeah.
And then we've got another S2 here, Jim.
Yeah.
Slightly later on this one.
We were just banging on about how rare they were. There's two of them. Anyway.
Well, that's the theme, isn't it? We are doing things in pairs this sale, aren't we? Definitely.
Yes, yeah, we all know it. Yeah.
We are. So this one's slightly later, 1996 on an N.
So this makes it one of the last ones.
Right.
Which is quite good. Very much the same as the other one, 4-wheel drive turbo. The difference being these had a 6-speed gearbox.
Okay.
Right. And other than that, they're pretty much the same. But I know it's not red, but the inside is. So
right. Okay.
Feast your eyes on that. Yeah. It's got the oxblood interior, which is very nice. So it's a bit special in there. I think if you come around this side, or you get on that side, you can see it's nice.
Yeah.
Again, silver with oxblood. It's a bit classical, that, isn't it?
That's a super looking thing, isn't it?
Isn't it? I like this one. Almost as much as the red one.
Yeah. It's interesting. We've got two cars that bookend the production of a particular model.
Well, if you were a collector, you'd buy both, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So price-wise, 30, 40,
it's going to be
15,
pretty much the same as the other one.
Yeah.
You know, for different reasons, but the same reasons.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's going to be there or thereabouts.
Okie doke. Right, next up is a real rare bit of kit. Now, Alfa Romeo Alfa Sud, obviously it's a facelifted version, which means you get the slightly revised headlamps, you get the plastic bumpers, different dashboard inside as well. The thing that makes this interesting, two things really. It's a 3-door, so you get the benefit of the hatchback, whereas the original Alfa Suds just had the standard boot. But the mileage on this car, 17,000 miles from new, which we reckon is correct, looking at all the history. It was certainly in a collection. Alfa Romeo collector had it between 2011 and last year when the vendor bought it. He used to have one in the day, he was telling me. So hello to Denver, who's put this car in with us. I promise to say hello to you, Denver. I hope you're well. I hope you're keeping well. And hello to Jacqueline as well. So Denver saw our videos, Jim.
Did he? Oh, sorry about that, Denver.
He loves me. He doesn't think much about you, but...
Bye.
No, joke. So he said, let's put the car in with Tim and Jim. So here it is, 17,000 miles from new. It's just a beauty. I think it's one for a collector. Such an unusual bit of kit.
I can't remember last time I seen
No,
one.
I know.
Old
I know,
or new?
I know.
I can't remember.
I know. It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah.
No reserve as well, Jim. So this
Really?
will do whatever it does on the day. We'll have to wait and see on the day. By rights, you know, it should do, because it's so rare. I mean, 5, 6, 7 maybe. Well, who knows? Who knows? If a collector really wants one, then this is the one to have.
Yeah. You know, with a good clean.
I think
it's
with a
not
good,
dirty. It's just little bits here and there.
little bits here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
That's what like under there. I mean, look at that
It's
under
tidy.
there.
Yeah.
It's very tidy.
It's tidy.
Look at that.
It's very tidy. But you know, if it was me, you could mint it.
Look how clean this is.
Yeah, you could certainly do the wheels, get them sprayed up.
Yeah.
1 or 2 bits on the bodywork as well. At the end of the day, it's an Alfa that's 40 odd years old. So you've got to give it a bit. I mean, these were rusting after 2 years, weren't they?
40 odd years old.
These, yeah.
I had one in hearing aid beige back in the day.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to
nice.
think. It was the model before, so that must have been early 70s one.
Yeah, yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
But it must have been early 70s.
Yeah.
God almighty.
But it's great to see one in such good nick. MOT on that one as well through to 2026.
Nice.
So, yeah. So that's great potential.
Nice.
Now, this one's nice as well,
This
Jim.
is special.
This is right up your street.
Mm.
So this is a Porsche 993, obviously,
Yep.
but it's a Targa,
It's a Targa, and that's beautiful.
which makes it a little bit rarer,
Yes.
and it's a tip as well. Now, the alloys apparently are Targa specific.
Yes,
I
they
must
are.
admit, I thought they were aftermarket, but they're not.
No, they're not. They are, because Porsche did separate alloys back in the day for separate cars. You
Right.
could interchange them.
Okay.
But they are so what that actually means is, which I love, the car would appear to be complete standard factory specification
Yeah.
with no deletions or additions.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Which makes it great,
But its
doesn't it?
condition is beautiful,
It's
isn't
lovely,
it?
isn't it?
It's popping in the sunlight,
Yeah,
isn't it?
is. Now, believe it or not, that car's done 100,000 miles, which I'm finding quite difficult given its condition. The alloys are really, really nice, aren't they? The
They
interior
are.
is lovely.
They are. And I'm looking at it now, and it's got the little dot on the tyre,
Yep.
which makes me think the tyres are new.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Pirellis.
Plenty of tread on there.
I'll say. So,
Plenty of tread.
yeah, so this is...
Yeah.
the gentleman's really, I'll say gentleman,
has.
could be a lady, has really looked after this.
And I think we're looking 45, 50,000 maybe for this one.
Are we?
You
See,
tempted?
I'm looking at it. It's got the correct tyres, correct
Yep.
wheels, Targa. Yeah, it's got the Pirellis. That's beautiful.
You tempted?
Yeah.
Add it to the collection.
The presents, Mrs. Gregory might think otherwise, but yeah.
So am I right in thinking they're the last of the air cool before
Yes,
they went over to
before they went over. So again,
Right.
as time goes on,
Yes.
these are gonna...
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, okie doke then. Let's
we got-
wander over
there's
here.
a Rolls-Royce there.
We've got the Rolls-Royce here, yeah, which I spotted. Is that a Jersey reg, that one, Jim?
It is. And now, this car, this is a real interesting car, this.
Go on.
This car started, it's UK specification, UK car,
Yep.
but was first registered in Jersey.
Okay.
And it spent most of its life in Jersey. Then it went to Spain. But he kept it on the Jersey plates.
Right.
Because occasionally it would go back to Jersey.
Right.
And that's where it's lived.
Great.
Came over to the UK maybe about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yep.
The gentleman who's got it, again, is a avid car collector.
Yep.
And he loves his cars and he has all types of things. So good afternoon, Alan. I hope you're well. And he brought this along and wants us to sell it.
Yeah.
But again, it had a restoration in 2018,
Okay.
which completely rebuilt the car. He kept everything original as he could, but obviously things had to be replaced.
Yes.
But it's pretty much all there.
Looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Looks great. I love the
is.
two-tone black and silver.
it's fabulous,
I think
isn't
it works well,
It's
doesn't
fabulous. Now, the car being registered in Jersey means it comes with a Jersey registration document.
Okay.
However, its duties are being paid to bring it because the Nova is what they call it.
Yeah.
Has been done.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The history has been misplaced, unfortunately.
Right.
But you've only got to look at it
Yeah.
to see what it
You're
is.
right. You're right.
And again, under the bonnet is fantastic, and the boot is fantastic.
The wood veneers are good, aren't they?
Yeah,
Jim?
they've all been replaced.
Yeah, they're
that was
great.
all replaced. Again,
Yeah.
there's a full write-up which he's given us,
Yes.
and he's itemised pretty much everything that was done
Okay.
to the car. But the history, as I say, has been misplaced, and that's sometimes what happens when cars move around Europe and
Yeah.
things,
Yeah. Yeah.
and house
Yeah, of
moves and
course,
so on
of
and so
course,
forth.
of
It's one of
course,
those
stuff gets
things.
lost.
Yeah, of course it does.
Looks an early one though, Jim, as well.
67.
67. Okay.
67.
Yeah.
Shadow 1,
Yeah, yeah.
67.
Okay.
Yeah.
And price on that one?
Well, here's the thing, you see. Again, it's one of those-
Surprise me.
Well, it was one of those conversations where he had an idea in his head and we sat down, we had a chat and a cup of coffee and one thing and another. Anyway, long story short, that's going to be somewhere between 10 and 12,000 pounds.
Okay.
Now, as we know with Shadows, all the rubbish ones have gone.
They've all gone, haven't they?
They've all gone.
Yeah.
They've all been scrapped, bang erased, whatever.
Yeah.
All the white ones that were once wedding cars don't exist anymore. The proper ones that are left are very proper.
Yeah.
And this is one of them.
That's great, isn't
It's
it?
so elegant, isn't it?
It is. It is.
So elegant.
Lovely. Okie doke. Let's have a look at this one then. So, this is a Lotus Europa, but it's not any other or any old one. It's a special.
Very. Well, it's a John Player special.
John Player special by the looks of it. So
It
you've got
is.
the black with the gold coach trimming round.
And the V5 says special edition.
Right.
And the HPI. So
Okay.
That's
That's
got
good.
the proper engine, not the Renault engine, it's a Lotus engine.
It's a Lotus, so it's a big valve.
Big valve engine.
Okay. 5-speed gearbox apparently on this one. MOT through to June this year.
Yep.
75,000 miles showing on the odometer. Now, I've driven one of these, and whilst I could get in it, I couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
Which I think is more a reflection of my age and inflexibility rather than anything else.
Well, you're one ahead of me because I couldn't get in.
Well, there you go. I think if you're over 6 foot, I think you struggle, don't you?
You do.
So I think a great sports car, isn't it?
Fabulous.
But I think if you're going to think about buying it, come on down and have a look at it and maybe have a sit in it.
Well, on that point, as we always say, it's always worthwhile coming to look at everything because you're more than welcome to do so.
Yes.
Except Monday and Tuesday of next week because that's our setup day.
That's our set, yes.
So it's our chaotic time. There's cars moving around everywhere.
Yeah.
Once we get through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday of next week, you are more than welcome to come and look at any car. We'll show you the paperwork.
Yeah.
You know, make you a cup of tea if you're really nice to us. Anything you want to do, answer as many questions as we can, but make it the Wednesday and Thursday and Friday for us.
Makes sense.
It does.
Price-wise on that one, Jim? 18, 19, 20, something like that. Somewhere around there, we reckon.
Yeah, and again, it should do more.
Should do more.
Because of its rarity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right, we're going to just nip over there. So this is a beauty. I've driven this, and it's just wonderful.
Yes.
Bentley Turbo R. I'm guessing this is like a Brooklands green colour, isn't it?
It's called Balmoral.
Balmoral.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, how to channel your inner king, isn't it, really? Balmoral. Beautiful. With the cream leather, piped in green as well.
Yeah.
Green carpets. So this car is showing 130,000 miles, which I was absolutely gobsmacked about because it's in great nick.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing on one of these.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So if you
They
have a
can
look
take
in
it,
there,
can't they?
of course they can. But this car, yes, it has. It had, I think it's got 4 owners from memory. Check out the details on the web. Again, it's one for a very good friend of ours, John, who is beyond fanatical about his cars.
Yes, he is.
And he has cherished this car
Yeah.
to an inch of its life, and you can tell the
Jim,
history.
you can tell. You can tell. Just look at it.
Well, you know how we put our history files together? We get and we break them down what people give us, which is usually a collection of invoices and receipts.
Yes.
I didn't have to do a thing.
No.
It was in chronological order. It was put together beautifully. I just looked at it and thought, I'm not even going to touch that.
No.
I've left it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
And the files that come with it are just amazing.
Yeah.
But, you know, the wheels, he's got the correct tyres on it.
He's got the turbo speeds on, hasn't he?
Everything.
Yeah,
he
it's
just
right,
hasn't
isn't it?
cut corners
It's just
whatsoever.
Right. We've got an MOT on this one, Jim, to next year, so April 26.
Yeah.
This car was £110,000 when it was new. And it could be bought for 10, 11, 12, something like that, maybe.
Something like that. It should be more again, and it really should be more, because mileage aside, it doesn't matter when a car's being maintained and looked after.
Yes.
It's condition.
Yes.
That's history. Been a long, long time since I've seen one that nice.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
in that colour combination.
Yeah. Okay.
It just smacks of royalty, as you say, doesn't
It
it?
does, doesn't it? Right, we have a few other cars to do, which are dotted around here, then,
We've
everywhere.
got this Saab here,
so
haven't we?
bear with us. Yeah, let's do the Saab
Let's do the
first.
Saab, but the other things, they're all over the place.
We're all over the place, so you're going to have to bear with us. So we've got this lovely little Saab 96.
Yes.
These are so cute, aren't they? I just think these are great little bits of kit.
They are, aren't they? On your fingers, it goes backwards.
The colour puts me in mind of Harvest Beige, which is a British Leyland colour from the early 70s.
Well, obviously.
But, yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
It's Yeah.
Looks very tidy. Looks very straight.
But you know what? This again is a car that changed the world. You know, way back when these were
yeah,
produced.
Yeah,
these did things for Saab.
Well, these were obviously renowned for the 60s and for the rally scene.
They were.
With, and
Tours, what was his name? Tours, it'll come to me. Tours Anderson, was it?
The Scandinavian, it was the Scandinavian rally
Or was he
specialist. Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, that was Benny and Bjorn.
Oh, sorry, it's close.
Stig.
No, he's on Top Gear.
Stig Anderson, wasn't he?
Was
it Stig? Anyway, somebody will tell us.
Yeah,
somebody will tell us.
Somebody will tell us.
Stig Blomqvist. That's the one.
Oh,
Stig Blomqvist.
He was later.
Oh, he was later, was he?
Later,
Oh, right. Oh, well. Okay, then.
Actually, they made Carlson because he made the Saab.
Eric Carlson.
There you go.
That's the one. We got there. We got there. We get.
That's
You see,
age for
we
you,
get there in the end.
If we were 10 years younger, would have known that.
I know. Recently recommissioned, Jim.
Yeah.
Looks in very tidy condition. £6,000 roughly on that one, I reckon, £5,000 or £6,000. And interestingly, Charlotte, just have a look at the reg plate.
Oh yeah.
It's a Saab 96, and it's got a 96 reg plate, which we think is the original reg, which is a nice touch.
Yeah, I'll say.
Little V4 engine there under the bonnet doing all the work.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those cars you could pull up anywhere and everybody would be, you know,
agree,
swarm around you.
Yeah, agree.
And it just goes to show that you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds to buy a unique car.
Absolutely.
There's £5,000-6,000 worth of unique car.
Absolutely, definitely.
Yep.
Right, lurking here, Jim, is this Land Rover Discovery.
Yeah, I'm going to go around this way.
It needs a wash.
It needs a wash.
Because it has been stood. We haven't managed to find us a new home yet, have we? But we want to find a new home in the next sale.
Well, it was in the last sale. It didn't quite make reserve.
Didn't quite make it, did
and
it?
The gentleman, again, has reduced the reserve to a slightly lower figure, which ironically is kind of what it made last time on our sale, but hey-ho. So someone is going to benefit. But the specification on this is fabulous.
So this is an ES, isn't it? So you get all the bits and bobs.
And it's a V8 petrol,
right,
not a diesel.
Right, V8 petrol,
and that's what makes it a little bit special. But it's twin sunroofs, rear seats, you know, a headlamp. I think it's got pretty much the whole option that's ticked on this.
Yeah, looks great. So it's a V8 auto, 68,000 miles, showing MOT through to December 25. That's a serious bit of kit, that.
It's a great bit of kit. You'll see many of them, I tell you.
So price-wise, 13, 14?
13, 14, give or
like
take,
that.
which is what it made last time out, but yeah, there we are.
Okay, right then, should we have a quick look at this XJS,
Yes.
Jim? So this is XJS, I'm guessing it's a 4 litre.
It's a 4 litre.
And I'm guessing it's a sport, because it's got the cross-spoke alloys and it's got the sport seats.
Yes, it could well be.
I think it might be a sport, actually.
Yeah, it's a 1991-92.
Yeah.
So it's got the different style of buttress, so it's a little bit more curvaceous on the rear window.
I do like a nice buttress.
Do you?
You talked about hips last week, didn't you? I prefer a buttress. There's no answer to that, really, is there?
You need to have a little sit down. It's
the sun is getting to me.
I know. Yeah, bless you.
But I think these are coming into their own now, aren't they?
Very much.
I mean, these have been tipped for years and years and years as an up-and-coming classic, and they haven't done anything.
Well, I think the time is nigh, because there aren't, again, like Rolls-Royce Shadows, there aren't many left. Those that are good, or could be.
Yes.
This one, again, it's red, so it's doing it for me. But it's, you know, on the lattice wheels, as you say, black interior.
Yeah.
Everything it should be. It's a 4 litre automatic, so it's, as they go, it's economical to run.
Yeah.
But you look at it, everything's right, everything fits, everything's straight.
Yes.
Paintwork could do with a good buff.
I think so.
But that might be all you do with it.
Yeah.
Which, again, is stereotypical of red cars of that age, because they do fade a bit in the sun.
I had a 4 litre in Moroccan red and a coupe. It was a sport as well, like that one. And it was great.
Yeah, I mean, had one.
You certainly noticed the difference when Ford had taken over.
Yes.
The build quality was just a step above what it used to be.
It was.
And consequently, they do last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But and it's unusual to see one in that red.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen one like that before.
You know, the best one I ever had was a white one. It's a 3.6 manual.
Oh, right.
White with red leather. It's very Simon Templar-esque.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, so
channeling
Roger Moore, the other one, whatever his name was.
Ian Ogilvy.
Ian Ogilvy, there you go.
Oh, dear me. We're pulling them out. Pulling them out today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right. MOT on that one. It's got an MOT, a bit of history, 137,000 miles. We're thinking about £5,000 on that one, Jim. So not huge amounts of money for what is
But
quite
what
a
a lot of
special little
car.
car.
What a lot of car.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what happens with Jaguar the next few years.
Well, I've seen a thing. They just sacked their advertising agency.
They have,
I noticed.
absolutely.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But they've got a new chief executive.
They've got a new
it's
chief
JLR.
exec.
So
Yeah.
hopefully things will
Let's
come
see
back.
what happens.
Yeah. We'll
Um,
see. So what are we missing?
We need to go inside, Jim, because we've got a couple more to do inside.
Right.
So let's wander inside.
Okay.
So, Jim, we're back inside, out of the sun, and we've got this Toyota Land Cruiser.
We have.
Again, we didn't quite manage to find it at home, did we?
We didn't last time round, no.
I don't quite understand why, because I thought it was priced reasonably competitively. But I know it's a special bit of kit, isn't it?
It's a very special piece of kit, and the vendor has reduced it reluctantly, but he has, which is something we like them to do. What makes this unique is it's fiberglass.
Yes.
So it is a proper Land Cruiser. It's everything it should be.
Yeah.
It came from France. It was a French car. It was restored, and it's a big thing nowadays. Apparently, you can buy kits in Asia,
Right.
which do away with the metal bodies, and they make these bodies.
Right.
So they don't rot. They're lighter. So it's perfect if you're going
Great.
off-road and all this, that, and the other. You've reduced the weight. It's not going to be a problem. So
That's
that is a
great.
great car, but it's
Great
a Land
look.
Cruiser. It is
Yeah.
a Land Cruiser.
Yeah, it looks right.
It's fantastic. And left-hand drive.
Yeah.
So that opens up the world, basically,
yeah.
not just the
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
It's just,
So it might end up abroad somewhere.
it's perfect. And you know what's kind of ironic? We sold one to a chap in America, a white one, a few sales ago, which was right-hand drive.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he messaged me and said, it started off with door because the left-hand drive ones
right.
come in.
You might trade this one in again, trade that one against this one.
It's a long way. It's
It
in
is a long
California.
way.
It's a long way.
It is.
So you might buy this one and keep
Yeah.
it. Anyway, who knows?
Price-wise.
Price-wise, it's going to be somewhere between £14,000 and £16,000.
Okay.
But it should do more, really.
14 to 16.
Because the last one was circa 20.
Okay, cool.
So-
Yep, so we've got 3 cars over here, Jim.
We have. We found the
to
way
tell our
through.
folk about. Oh dear, I'm going to have to breathe in there. Let's go this way.
No, we'll go this way.
Let's go this way.
Yeah.
Right, okay then. So we have, firstly, this lovely little Golf. And I must admit, I was disappointed we didn't find this one at home because this one's a re-entry.
Yes.
But such an early one in that colour is fantastic. The interior, the rack on the top here, the Desmo rack on top, 50,000 miles from memory. Little 3-door.
It's fabulous. It's a
Blimey.
swallowtail as well, as they call them.
Yeah.
It's just a nice thing, isn't it?
It is.
But
It is.
again, it's a re-entry as we do. And again, the vendor, has very kindly reduced the reserve on it. So it's more affordable now.
Well, yeah.
And it could be somewhere between, 15, 16, 17,000 pounds,
Yeah. Okay.
which is somewhat
okay.
cheaper than it was last time.
It is. It is.
But it's so rare.
It's super rare. It's a bit like the
super rare.
Alfa, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a rare bit of kit, of which there were plenty about in the day. Find another.
Well, again, and it's a Mark 1, so it's one of the first. It's
yeah.
absolutely stock standard.
Yeah.
Which is great because most of them, as we know, were messed with and made into GTIs and such likes.
Yeah.
And even the roof rack, which
Yeah.
will come off very easily, but it kind of works.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Desmo.
just
Desmo
4
rack,
bolts and
yeah.
it's off if you want it to
Yeah,
be. But
even the correct
it's a period roof rack.
It is. Looks super.
Yeah, so there we go.
Okay, doke. Right then, and then we've got this Boxster here. So
We have.
we've got the 3.2 outside, the blue one. This one's a 2.7.
It is.
It's a manual, this one as well, so not the
is.
tip. Grey, black leather. Presents very nicely, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I think it's called Seal Grey with the black leather manual gearbox.
Yeah,
It's just, again, what a great starter Porsche.
yeah. Touch over 60,000 miles on this one, Jim.
Which is nothing.
MOT through to April 26.
Yeah,
So you got plenty of life in the tickies, as it were.
yeah.
These drive great, don't you? You could say even though it's only 2.7, it's academic really, because in the everyday world, it's fast enough for anybody, isn't it?
2.7, we say that because of 3.2
Exactly.
and such likes.
Exactly.
A 2.7 litre car this size is a
it's-
high performance car.
It's well quick enough, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. We say that.
Yeah.
I mean, Spitfire
Yeah.
here is 1,300.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2.7,
Exactly.
you get the Jandra with it.
2003, reckon £5,000 or £6,000 on that one, and that's a nice little sign there. Porsche Club GB and also Boxster register. So I reckon that car's been looked after.
So, well, you can tell it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah,
Good. Okay
nice.
then, and we've got this Merc here. So 190. We like our 190s, don't
We
we,
do
Jim?
like 190s, yes. So this one's an 86.
Yeah, it's
again,
a 2 litre, Jim.
2 litre, absolutely stock standard in every
Yeah.
way. Automatic gearbox, as it left the factory, which is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Low owners, 75,000 miles,
perfect
MOT
car.
through to October.
What a great
25.
car.
5, 6, something like that,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Great car. And this, again, as the season is now upon us, the show season, you turn up at
I thought you were
any
going to
meet-
burst into song then. As the season is upon us.
That's
la, 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 la.
Christmas.
Oh, sorry. I'll save that one.
Save that one.
I'll save that one for December.
Save that for December. I'm going to look forward to that. So, and Christmas bells song. Anyway, I
Ring the bell.
digress. Ring
We'll
the bell.
talk about it. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah. But yeah, white, blue. I think it's blue cloth.
Yeah, blue cloth,
interior.
yeah, I think it's blue
automatic gearbox, walnut.
Yeah,
What's not to like?
like that.
Lovely. We like that.
Okay, next up, Jim. I like
Nice.
these.
I do.
Yeah. Gold X19 5-speed.
Nice.
1979.
Wow.
You have full repaint, 2018. And you can tell it's held up really well.
Very well.
If
And I
I'm
guess
being-
it's the original colour and everything.
Yeah, original colour, yeah. The seats have also been retrimmed in the past as well,
Yeah,
but
it's nice, isn't it?
they were done sympathetically, should we say,
Yeah.
with the original style.
Yeah.
Showing just over 55,000, which I think is right, looking at the MOT history on this.
Yeah, could be.
It's very tidy, it sounds right, little
Yeah.
1500cc 4-cylinder engine, mid-mounted of course.
Yes. Well, when you think of all those things, you know,
Yeah.
a mid-engines, Bertoni designed
Yes.
Italian sports car.
Yes, I know. It ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't
Doesn't it just? I'll say.
You've got matching Continental tyres here as well, which is great to see.
Yeah.
And you've got this really useful targa top there,
Yeah,
which
which
you
just
can
clips
lift.
off.
You can lift off.
Yeah.
12 months ticket on this one, Jim.
Is there
So,
really?
notwithstanding the fact it is actually historic, it's got an MOT. But the thing that I really like is just in here. So
Oh,
we've got
what?
the special luggage here, X19 luggage,
That's
which is
lovely,
great.
isn't it? That's lovely. Oh, wow.
Which is a nice little touch, I think.
And that's original, I guess, is it?
Well, yes, apparently so. The vendor tells
Wow.
them that,
From
that
79.
you could get those when the car was new. But even if it's not, it's just a nice
It's a
touch.
nice
and it
touch.
just shows to me that that car has been cared for. The
Yeah.
guy himself, is a friend of mine. And I know he loves his Italian cars.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing one or two more of his cars over the course of the next few months. This one is a beauty. If I'm being hypercritical, there's little bits on the paintwork, but
I just
it presents.
noticed that, but you know what?
Yeah,
It's there, and
Yeah.
it's not even micro blistering.
no, it's just an isolated little area. But you know what?
It's a bit of moisture on the paint. That
think-
would machine out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You bring that back.
Yeah, I think you could probably bring that back. There's
Or
a
would
super
you
looking
bother?
car. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think I'll probably just use it as it is. The main thing with these is it solid? Yes, it is, because they could rot away
They
before
could.
your very eyes. These in
Yes.
the day, it shouldn't really still be here, but it is, and that's a great
Bit like you.
testament. Rude. Yeah. So anyway, price wise on that one, 7.5, 8.5, something like that, I reckon.
Well, we had one. I think
We did have one. We
same
did
colour.
Yeah, it
God,
did
didn't
really
it
well.
just?
It absolutely swum the channel.
Yeah.
I think it did 12 grand all in that one.
It did, and we had a blue
Um,
one, which wasn't quite as nice. Yeah. Actually, I'm glad we're filming here now because
Yes.
there's
I can
something
hear.
You can hear. We
I
need
can
to
hear
show you
something.
this, folks. Just look at Mr. Rigby, our
Look at that.
colleague, in
It
his
suits
beach
him.
buggy.
Look at that. It's... It's one of the joys of working here is you
Yeah.
get to drive a good variety of cars,
Yeah.
including that Superbug, which looks
Yeah.
great.
We do Porsches and Bentleys. He does beach buggies.
I know. I'm rather envious of him, actually.
So am I, actually, a day like today. But there
Right.
you go. Right,
Jim,
we need to wander up the top end
We
now
do.
again.
Wander up the top end. We've got a bit of automobilia to show people.
Oh, yeah, on
and
the
there's, and
way.
there's another car to show. Okay, Jim, very quickly then. We've seen this.
Yes, just seen it roll
Just
in
come in.
now.
Yeah, just driven in for photographs. R129 Merc, 320 SL, I
It is.
think.
It's a 320,
320, okay. Facelift, so you get the slightly different alloys, slightly different rear lights,
Slightly different steering wheel and dashboard.
different
isn't
steering
it?
and dash as
Yeah.
well.
It's nice,
Yeah,
that.
well, I reckon it's probably a late 90s, I would think.
I think so. It's on this private plate, isn't it?
Private plate.
It's quite nice in there. And it's got the lighter wood as well, which makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Quite like that. And it's got the hard top.
Hard top as well. 118,000 shown on the clock.
Average.
Average for the year, I think. Looks clean, doesn't it?
Looks
Clean
very
and tidy.
clean. It does. Looks great in silver.
Lovely for the summer. No reserve of that one, Jim.
Oof.
Yeah, so that's a potential bargain for somebody, that one.
Isn't it? Okay.
All right, then.
Let's
and then
wander
over
over here.
we'll just squeeze through these cars here. We have got this Esso high test pump.
Yes.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what that should be used for.
Well,
I'm guessing it's an old petrol pump of some kind. Or
it is. It's a petrol pump. Obviously, Esso probably gives us the clue on that.
Yeah.
Retail per price gallon. So
Yeah.
Here you go. So look at that, 1 and 8 and a
1 and
half.
8.
1 and 8.5 for probably a gallon.
Yes.
I mean, look at that. And you used to wind that, and that would pump the petrol
away it
into your
goes.
car, and you do it round.
It's great.
It's
that.
restored.
Yeah, of course.
It's nice. And there's the hose that
Something for the
comes off.
for the man cave or she shed,
What a
I suppose.
living room in my case. But it's just...
I'll let you raise that with Mrs. Gregory.
Oh, yeah. No, I could convince her I could put a light bulb and a shade on top.
Oh, okay.
She'd probably buy that.
That
But
might work.
it's coming in the sale.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
We don't do a lot of automobilia,
No.
but this just happened to come across off a customer who gave us a load of motorbikes, so we thought, why not? It's going to be, I don't know, I'm sure it'll be less than £1,000,
Okay.
but these are very collectible now.
Yeah, they are.
That's quite nice in its colours and its sign.
Yeah.
I quite like it, actually. Quite bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. All
Come
right
on,
then.
Let's move around.
And then I think we'll
Oh,
probably
the
on to
Audi.
Oh yes, the last two. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
So
was
we've
a
got the Audi.
Cortina.
So the Audi 80 Sport, rare.
Very.
That looks very tidy actually. There's one or two little chips along the front leading edge of the bonnet there.
Yeah, but it's entitled to, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Tornado red.
Yeah.
Looks like the correct interior as well. So from memory, I think these were a 1.6 or 1.8.
I think they're 1.8, I think, but
Yeah,
I
with
could
a fuel
be wrong.
injection.
Yeah, but it's a 1983-84.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
again, you know, it's an Audi Sport. Very rare car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exceptionally rare car.
Let's have a look at the. So, yeah, just under 100,000 miles on that one, Jim.
Yeah.
And it looks
quite
very
nice, isn't it?
tidy.
Yeah. It's got one or two extra dials on the centre console, but you know what? It works.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine. It was very period.
Yeah.
That's very nice, that.
Okay.
So how much is this going to be, Tim?
I think this is going to be somewhere in the region of £6,000-7,000.
Really? I thought you were going to say more on that.
I reckon. It's basically a Golf GTI with a four-door body on it, isn't it?
Exactly that. Yeah.
And
a bit more practicality,
a
maybe.
bit more practical and quite compact, actually. And looking back now, aren't they? I guess they were perceived as medium-sized, but looking at it now,
It's quite big.
obviously cars have got much bigger, haven't they? But that
Well,
one
they used
looks
to
very
rally them, yeah.
compact.
Used to race and rally them
Right,
back in the
okay.
day. So,
Okay.
yeah, they were capable cars.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Is this the last one, you
I think this is the last one now, Jim.
Yeah, I think it is.
We've been on a bit of an odyssey today, haven't we, around the
Whoa.
car park?
Got our miles in today, haven't we?
We've got our steps in today, which we
Yes.
need. So this one is, again, a bit like the Fiesta. You used to see these everywhere, didn't you?
did. You
Mark
did.
5 Cortina, or Cortina, I think they were called Cortina 80s, weren't they?
Yeah, well, this is one of the last ones.
Yeah.
This is an
Yeah.
81. 'Cause
Okay.
when did the Sierra come out? It was 82, wasn't
82.
it? 82, the Sierra. So this is
Yeah.
one of the last Cortinas, Mark 5, 2-litre GL.
Okay.
Lovely interior. It's a bit mucky now with this.
It is a bit
desert rain
mucky, isn't
we've
it?
had on the car, but it cleans up an absolute treat.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
It's in great nick, isn't it?
And again, it wasn't the last sale. It didn't quite make its reserve. And again, the gentleman has very kindly reduced the reserve on it.
Okay.
And this is where we find it. But it's
Okay.
very straight.
Yeah.
Great panel fit. Lovely colour in silver, very at the time.
So
Nice.
what we're buying, Jim? What do you reckon?
Well, somewhat less than it was last time. I think somewhere between £8,000 and £9,000 would buy that.
Okay. Super.
That's a lot of car. I
It
watched
is.
one go through our Baron sale
Yes.
on Saturday at Southampton, which was a 1.6L.
Oh, yes.
And I think that, and it was like a light, well, yeah, like tan colour, not a GL, and that made just shy of 7 all
right,
in.
okay.
So makes that look very
Yeah,
great value.
yeah. Would that
It was
be
a
an
nice
GL?
car, to be fair. It was a very nice car, but so
Yeah.
was that.
Yeah. Cool. I think we're there, Jim. I
Are
think
we?
that's everything.
Wonderful.
Woo! That was a bit of a mega do today, wasn't it?
It
But
was.
it's just a reflection of how busy we are.
Yeah, we're very busy, which is great, and the cars keep coming, which is fantastic. As we said earlier on, this is just Tim and I doing our thing and having a bit of fun and give you an overview of what's come in. We're not doing deep dives on because that would take forever, but Paul will on Wednesday, and he'll be a busy boy Wednesday, isn't
It'll be
he?
very busy, boy. Yeah, and don't forget the viewing as well. So we've got viewing days next Wednesday,
Yep.
Thursday and Friday before
Yep.
the auction on the 24th. We're doing bikes on the 23rd, which is the Friday, cars on the 24th. Start time 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what else don't we forget?
Biscuits.
That's the one. And something about it. You're going to explain the bell.
Oh, I'll explain the bell later.
Okay.
Yeah. When we ring the bell.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
explain that all
right.
later.
Look forward to that.
All right then.
Right.
So we'll see you all soon then.
Thank you very much.